Hey guys, my name is Vanya, the channel is RC Alley, and in this video I'll be showing off my very first RC car, which is this Monster 1/16 E-Revo. And in this video what I'm going to do is take off the body, go over everything, show you why it is a monster, do a little bit of a running video at our local track, maybe a speed run and a little bit of bashing. And since this car is still being sold today, I'm going to give you my opinion if it's worth getting 12 years later. Alright, let's dive into it. Alright, here it is with the body off, starting with the servo, I believe 0250 Savox servo. Now I saw just the other day that Savox made an even better servo for these cars, so I might have to pick that up. And then what you notice here is a big old 4-pole Castle motor. It's a 5700 kV 3S capable paired to a Sidewinder 3 ESC. And it is all powered by either a 2S SPC LiPo battery. I believe it's 2500 milliamp. I don't know how many of you remember SPC, but I believe they are out of business now. Either way, this battery is awesome. It was the biggest one at the time I could find that would fit this car. And then this Dynamite, I believe it is 1300 3S. And then the pinion I'm running on this system is 21 tooth with the stock 50 tooth spur. Now all the testing that I'll be doing, well, not the testing, but you know, the driving footage will be on stock tires. I do have some Street Fighters from Proline, and I believe they're called Trenchers. But we're gonna leave the stock tires on and see how it does with that. And then setup wise, pretty much have a center diff going in here, and with 1 million fluid in there. And I ended up with actually diff fluids in my shocks. So if you guys have owned this car right now, ever have driven one, you know, it's so little, it's only a foot long. So it takes a lot of skill to basically keep it on all four wheels. The rear end just bottoms out super easily, and it flops over. So what I did, I ended up with 2000 diff fluid oil in the shocks in the front and 5000 in the rear. And I can tell you, I've driven the car a little bit in front of my house, and it handles a lot better than before. And then literally everything else on it, you know, like the A-arms, upper, lower, they're all RPM. It's all been upgraded. Drive shafts are upgraded. Camber links, push rods. The bulkheads on there are hot racing, so those aluminum bulkheads. So the car is heavy, and you know, I knew what I was doing going into it, but I was trying to create like a way overpowered monster, so I definitely needed those bulkheads. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The knuckles are upgraded too. Let me see if I can remember anything else. Oh, the shocks are the GTR shocks from Traxxas, so not the stock ones, but the upgraded ones. Yeah, it's been a wild ride putting this together. It has been sitting on the shelf for some time, but I decided to revive it and do a little bit of bashing again. I haven't bashed in a long time. It's been strictly racing for me, so I figured during some free time I can drive it in front of the house or whatever. That's basically why I am reviving it one more time. I'm going to head out to my home track now. Gonna see how it goes, do a few laps with it, make sure to get it on video so you guys can see how this car handles around the track as well.
19.6. .1, 18.5.
Now I'm going to do a couple speed run passes, see where the car tops out at, set up as is. Now the system could handle a pinion a lot bigger than what I have on there, but I don't think that tiny chassis could, so let's just see what it does on 3S. Okay, so my girlfriend did a little bit of bashing with the car in our backyard, which is pretty much still covered in leaves from last year, from last fall. So here's the footage of that, just to see how the car handles a little bit taller grass and leaves, like a little bit rougher terrain, basically, since it's so little, and then her opinion of the car as well. How would you rate the car, 1 to 10, 10 being the best?
10.
There you go, guys. It's a 10. So what are my thoughts on the car? You know, I've had it for 12 years. Do I still love it as much as I did when I first got it? I mean, it was my first RC car, of course, so I was in love with it right away. But do I still feel the same way? And yeah, I really do. I mean, I think it's an extremely fun platform. Now, it is a little bit more directed towards the beginners in the hobby, and I wouldn't recommend this car for beginners just because of the design. It's a little bit difficult to get to stuff, you know, to get to the center diff. I had to tear apart half of the car, but that's not even necessarily bad for somebody getting into the hobby. It kind of forces them to work on the car a little bit more. So that could be a good thing. So would I recommend you go buy this car right now if you're looking at it? Absolutely, yes. I recommend any RC car that's decently durable, that's kind of quick, so you won't get too bored from it. And, you know, it's tiny, but that's okay. It handled the backyard, as you saw, okay. It handles a little taller grass, okay. You know, it is four-wheel drive, so it gets around. And it's not really, you know, for speed runs, that little chassis can't go that fast, you know. And then around the track, yes, it was struggling a little bit, and it took every little bit of skill I've had to just keep it on all four tires. But it got around okay. So you know, if you're just starting out in the hobby, you're looking for a smaller car, go ahead, get it. You won't regret it. I mean, you might get a little frustrated with tearing it apart to fix parts at first, but once you get the hang of it, it'll be easy. Alright guys, that's it for me today. Hopefully you think this car is as cool as I do. I really think it's awesome just to have something so crazy overpowered. I've had a lot of fun making this video. If you've enjoyed it, give us that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.